Hey friends, welcome to Everyday Family Adventure. I'm Trent.
And I'm Siobhan.
And we are so glad you're joining us today. Let's see, where do we want to start? We went to Canada this week, Niagara Falls and Toronto, so that's what this whole episode is going to be about.
Yep, and before we left for Canada, we got to meet up with some really awesome subscribers that we tried to get together with earlier on this fall, but it just didn't work out, and this time it happened to work out. We were leaving the very next morning and they were just coming into town, and so we got together for dinner with our kids and we had a blast just getting to know Ken and Debbie Walker.
Hey guys, we're here tonight with some awesome friends and subscribers, and I'm just gonna take a time to introduce them. So is that cool? You guys okay with being on the vlog a little bit? Yeah. Of course you are. Everybody wants to see them. Listen, this is Ken and Debbie Walker, but what's crazy is we're not related.
We don't know that.
We don't know that, of course.
Ancestry.com will tell.
We're brothers from another mother.
Right. There you go.
So. But say hey to everybody.
Hi.
I told you we love meeting up with subscribers. They're awesome. And then we got to visit some more subscribers, Jeremy and Martin. They live in Buffalo, New York, so that's on our way.
Buffalo.
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 Yeah, put that on.
I will, okay. Buffalo, New York. Jeremy and Martin, they were awesome. They were so fun to meet, and we just had a small time to meet up with them. But what was really cool about their rig that they live in full time is they have this really cool Kimberly wood stove in their RV.
Makes us a little jealous.
I know.
Like, well, I can just see that and it just looks like cozy to me.
I know, and it was so cool looking. I mean, we had a wood stove in our house and we missed that a lot.
Yeah, it was nice having that wood heat. It's like a dry heat and it's really...
I wouldn't say necessarily that I would subscribe to the whole idea of having a wood stove in your RV, but if you're living in Buffalo, New York regularly in your RV,
they do.
Then hey, you know.
It's a good thing for them because they do live through the winter in Buffalo, and I would not want to be without a wood stove in my RV.
Right, and that was a really killer wood stove. Well, so we spent the day actually with Jeremy and Martin, but we had quite a day while we were spending it.
We did. We were not planning on having quite the day. We were planning on going and just getting to meet them and hang out. But on the way into Buffalo, I got really researching this crossing the border into Canada
We researched a lot of stuff, but we missed one very important thing.
Yes. Yeah. It's called a cat.
A cat and a turtle.
And a turtle. So we discovered, like, I don't know why it just didn't even cross my mind that bringing an animal over the border into another country would be an issue.
Didn't even think about it.
But
we don't think of our cat very often. That's probably
she's a
why.
House cat.
She just lays around.
She's a person. She's not an animal.
Yeah.
Like,
whatever.
Both her and the turtle, they're people. They're part of our family.
That's true.
But anyways. So I discovered that she had to have a rabies vaccine to be able to come into Canada. And Sharpie, our turtle, could not come into Canada at all.
Yeah.
Because turtles transmit salmonella. And so we did not know what to do because that turtle is like our boy's best friend. Especially Bennett, he gets up every day and he talks to his turtle, and so we had to find a solution for the turtle and the cat.
So here's our solution for Kona.
So Kona is going to the vet today because we didn't think about bringing animals into Canada, and apparently they need a rabies vaccine certification.
Do you have rabies, Kona?
She's rabid, it's very clear.
Yes.
So so in order to get into Canada, we have to take her to the vet and pay a lot of money to get her vaccination, and so that's what we're gonna go do right now, so we can go to Canada. Okay, kitty, let's go.
Siobhan just got back. I want to see how Kona did.
Oh yeah.
How did she do?
She did
She did good.
She got a rabies shot, so she doesn't have rabies. Could have told you that because she lives inside a house her whole life.
Well, the Canadian customs don't know the difference.
No, they don't.
What a lazy kitty.
Look, there's our Kona. She went to the doctor.
She did?
Yeah. She had to get a shot today so she can go into Canada with us.
Canada!
This is Kona.
It's a Canada!
Why are you so mean to her? You better quit it right now, sir.
Graham is always mean to her. Okay, go bring her back inside.
So we got Kona taken care of. And then we had to figure out Sharpie. And let me tell you guys how amazing Jeremy and Martine are.
This is awesome.
Not only do they have a really cool wood stove in their RV, but they took our turtle for us for the few days that we were in Canada. And they took care of him and fed him.
I know.
And they were so amazing. And we're so, so grateful for them because now we have our turtle back and the boys are happy and he was well taken care of. So we got to hang out a little bit with Jeremy and Martine before we had to figure out what we were doing for the night. And because we had spent the whole day trying to get the cat taken care of and figure out what we were going to do with the turtle and, you know, research and make sure that we were really paying attention to all of the details of getting into Canada, we decided to stay in Buffalo on the American side.
We stayed at the casino on the American side.
Yeah, that's right.
Which was a nice spot to stay if you're getting close to Niagara.
It was nice and quiet.
Overnight.
At least this time of year, there really wasn't that many people there, and
right.
It was within walking distance of the American Falls.
Right.
So
This is kind of funny.
Well, we drove our van.
We did. We drove our van, but it's within walking distance.
Yeah, you could walk. We drove our van. It was just like right down the block.
Yeah.
And we parked and we took the boys.
This is so funny, guys, because like are our children spoiled for things that normal children don't get to do? You know, like here's the thing, like what you're about to see is I don't even know how to say it. Like I'm laughing
I'm embarrassed.
I'm a little embarrassed. But I'm laughing, obviously.
Embarrassed at how, like...
A little spoiled.
I don't know if the word is spoiled. I think that they're just oversaturated with all of the travel goodness.
The travel goodness, the adventure stuff, you know, like...
How is it, though, that we still appreciate...
I know. So here's the thing. This is all about Niagara Falls, right? But we just told the boys we were going to go see some waterfalls.
They had no idea what Niagara Falls was.
We were going to go see some waterfalls because they were kind of sick of waterfalls, you know, like, you know, and I admit it when, you know,
we were trying to wow them.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
It didn't work. Oh. You guys hear it?
Where do you think we are?
Listen.
What do you hear?
Frogs and crickets.
I hear crickets. Do you hear something else like a big rumble?
Something further away, but louder.
Ooh.
What did you think?
Waterfall.
You guys love waterfalls!
No. I hear not
You don't
really?
love waterfalls?
I hear the rabbit.
Oh, you've seen all the waterfalls?
Seen all the waterfalls?
What do you say?
All right, well,
just
humor us. I know you won't like it, but for Mommy and Daddy, let's go see this waterfall, okay?
Okay.
No.
It might just be just a lame old waterfall.
Oh my goodness! Graham said, "Look at that, Mom! Look at that!"
Mommy, I want you to hold.
Hold my hand.
Okay, ready? Oh wow! This is so.
How about this waterfall, Bennett? What do you think? Huh?
All it is water flowing down from a big mountain.
But it's huge. Look at that.
Yeah, you're right. This is the American side, and it's cool. But I'm looking at how cool it would be to go on that side.
Amy, what do you think of the big waterfall?
I think it's.
So the boys were not really that thrilled about Niagara Falls on the American side. We still have hopes.
Even
though.
with all the colors, like I loved it, you know. But
yeah,
you know,
at night I thought it was
I don't
really
know.
cool.
I thought it was really cool.
I guess we're just
Whatever.
lame like that. The next morning, we decided to go ahead and head into Canada bright and early, but I still just was so nervous. Like,
She was a little worked up.
yeah, I did all of this research, reading like other RVers' experience with crossing the border, and there's horror stories. People were talking about seeing other RVers on the side of the, what do you call it, the border patrol, with all of their stuff ripped out of their RV.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I was just
know.
like, I was terrified. And so there was conflicting reports on what you can and what you can't bring into Canada. Obviously no weapons, that's a definite no-no.
No hazardous items.
But the thing that I wasn't sure about was food. You know, some people said you can't bring any meat. Some people said you can't bring any produce, house plants, things like that. I got rid of a freezer full of like whole chickens and ground turkey and all these things because I was just so nervous. And all of our produce, we didn't have a whole lot because I hadn't gone to the grocery store, but we had apples and squashes and things like that. I got rid of them for fear that we were going to get pulled over at Border Patrol and get our rig torn apart.
For fear. Can you believe
Fear.
that? Like,
me of all people. We wrote a song about fear.
I know.
Look at that, Shrooms.
Oh,
You guys got a good view over there.
this is where
Cars,
kids
boats,
are.
buses, RVs.
Can I see?
All right, guys, we are about to go through Canadian Border Patrol, customs, all that stuff. So we'll see how this goes.
So we are in Canada now, and that was so anticlimactic. We spent all this time to prep the rig. You know, I showered, shaved my face, made sure we all looked nice, dressed the kids up, and made sure everything was clean, everything was put away. You know, you heard Siobhan.
We didn't wait in a line at all.
We didn't wait in a line or anything.
I know, I'm like so bummed. I threw away all my chicken and eggs and potatoes and everything, and they literally just, the guy asked for our passports and asked if we had firearms, and we said no, and that was it. And they just waved us through. And I got rid of all that stuff.
We went through there's 3 gates you can go through, or 3 bridges you can go through, from what I understand, through to Canada in Niagara. And so we chose to go through the one right at Niagara Falls, and not the one that the maps kept sending us up to, which was the bigger one. I don't know the difference, but Jeremy, our friend that we were with yesterday, recommended we do that, and gee, that worked great. Honestly, pulled right in, pulled into the RV spots, took our passports and our birth certificates, and you know, honestly, like yesterday we spent all that time getting Kona all, you know, all of her vaccination stuff and paperwork set up. We left Sharpie.
Why says
We could have come in no problem,
Yeah, they
but
didn't even ask.
yeah, it was so quick.
Stories too.
We
That's
heard
the
horror
thing, is
stories.
like,
It's better be safe than sorry, which is fine. So we're grateful to just be in. So we're in Canada now. It's great, and the falls look beautiful. We can't wait to go see them. And
he says
now we just got to find a place to park, because it's a big RV. Parking is really expensive over here. We've got our tow vehicle on, and so we're just trying to figure out the best place to do that at.
This time of year, which it's fall right now, it's middle of October. They said that the only, the sun. They said that the only parking lot that would accommodate us is the falls parking. It's right across from the falls. Because we have a tow vehicle on the back of our RV, so it's a little bit tighter in the other parking lots. They have bus parking lanes, but they're short. They're like, if we weren't towing, we'd be fine in it, but since we're towing, so if you're going into the falls area on the Ontario side, you're gonna want to make sure you use the falls parking lot. It's the first big parking lot that you come to on the right-hand side, and it has a big $20 parking sign on it. So we'll be paying $20 for parking for our Hornblower trip, and we're going to be walking about 10 or 15 minutes still to Hornblower from the parking area. That's the closest we can get. So just an FYI, there's lots of parking areas here at Niagara Falls, but there's not a lot that can accommodate large RVs. So just be aware of that. You can do like we did and call down to the falls. I guess they call it the Niagara Falls Parks Commission or something like that, and they have a specific like actual parking division. So I spoke to a lady there. She was very helpful. There's the American Falls over there, and here's the Canadian Falls, the Horseshoe Falls over here. We're about to get on the Hornblower Cruises. We're gonna be going 80 feet? 80 feet from the actual falls.
Yeah.
That's how close. We're gonna get really wet. It's gonna be a blast. Super excited? You ready to get wet?
Yeah.
Yeah? You wet? You wanna go where?
That's the pool.
He has no idea.
In the pool? There's no pool. We're going on a boat and we're getting so close to a waterfall that we're gonna get soaked. We're gonna get soaky soaked. So here's a completely useless tip for most people. Make sure your kids have both of their shoes on when you leave your vehicle before you come to Hornblower. Because if you happen to be without a shoe, when you go to get on the boat, they will tell you you can't get on and you'll have to go buy flip-flops.
got so 10 thumbs up, right, Truman?
No.
as good as it gets, 80 feet away from the falls, and don't do this if you plan on staying dry.
The poncho doesn't work.
No, the poncho is worthless on the sailing. I am soaked, but it's awesome. Awesome, totally awesome.
Camden and I came inside to get dry a little bit. Down below there's like a glass wall. We're back out of Horseshoe Falls, but it still is kind of windy up top and we're all completely soaked. So we're underneath now, getting dried off. Well, not getting dry, but standing where it's dry. We had an amazing time. That was so much fun. I wasn't expecting to get so wet because it didn't seem like the people coming off were quite as wet as I feel right now. But it was fun. We've never done anything like that. Was it fun, Camden?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, even though you got wet?
I think my hair isn't wet at all.
Not at all? Mine definitely is wet. My hair is super wet. Hey, you guys look wet. What happened?
We go to the waterfall.
You went to the waterfall?
Yeah.
That's because he helped. He held his on the whole time.
That was smart. I definitely got wet. All my mascara is like coming off my face.
Was that worth it?
Worth it.
She's always wanted to do it. That was like
Yes.
it's one of her bucket list
That was one of
things.
my like. That was one of my North American bucket list items.
So yeah, I'm soaked all the way through. Like the rain poncho helps maybe, but like when I was holding two little guys, I was holding two
Look
little
how wet
guys,
Daddy is.
and all the rain just poured right on my face and then right down, and I'm like, okay, I'm
You
soaked
have
all
like
the
this.
way.
You have like this line that starts here to here, and
It's
you're
like
dry
I was
there
drinking
and
a
there.
big glass of water and just spilled all over myself. Yeah, I'm cold. Niagara Falls was amazing, and we just want to say a special thank you to Hornblower Niagara Cruises for allowing us to do that and feature your company, and we're so grateful that for that gift to be able to do that, because
That was
a huge
memory.
treasure
That
for
was
us.
a memory. Like, our boys are not thrilled with waterfalls. It doesn't wow them, but they were wowed because we were in
Wonderfully
the waterfall.
wowed. It was so cool. What an
Yeah.
experience and what a memory, right?
And we were so wet, especially you.
Yeah. So our travel continues to head north. We head up to Toronto. We had a house show at a Christian bookstore, and not at a house,
Not
but
at a
it was
house?
at a Christian bookstore. And so
But
that
what
was
do you call that? A store show?
A store show? I don't know. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. We met up with some friends and subscribers up there, so we had a fun night tonight. It's the first Christian bookstore we've ever played at, the first bookstore we've ever played at for that matter. And now we're just gonna go have a special treat with the boys. It's kind of late, but we're gonna go out with our new friends Steve and Heather and their kids, and we'll introduce you guys to them here in just a little bit, but we're gonna go get some frozen yogurt together.
Dad, they're not in the place.
Oh my goodness!
Not in the place?
But they're here.
What are we gonna do?
No.
Did you have fun with Logan tonight? So we had our ice cream, and now the kids are running all over the place. I gotta take a second to introduce you guys to Steve and Heather. They have a vlog too,
We do.
so we're gonna have to point you guys to it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have some fun with them this week too. I think we're gonna hang out with you guys on Sunday. Your daughters are so cute.
Aw.
You guys,
Thank
their
you.
kids are so
You guys make
cute.
good looking kids too. I love it. Love it. And I love how the kids are just like taking to each other. They're having so much fun.
Isn't that great?
Wait, it just makes it even better.
Look at Daddy.
So we had so much fun with Heather and Steve and their 3 kiddos,
Yes,
and we're
beautiful
so thankful that they invited us up to Toronto, because really it was because of them that we got to come to Canada at all.
Yeah,
and we would have
they
missed
gave
the
us the
falls, we
excuse.
would've- yeah.
They were like, hey, we'd love to see you. And we're like, you know what? We would love to see you too.
And they were a really great family. Their children are just adorable and so sweet. They're just really precious kids. They're so well cared for and so well parented, and we're just so thankful to have met them.
And we had an awesome time in Toronto. Just the cool things that we did, on top of the fact that all of the fall colors were in bloom.
And the weather was, I mean, the weather when we were at the falls
so perfect.
Couldn't have been better.
So perfect. Everybody in the RV world headed south already. We headed north.
You missed the best.
It was beautiful.
Best weather.
Yeah, and so we spent time at the KOA West in Toronto. Spent 3 nights there. Man, just the colors were gorgeous. Siobhan took the kids.
They had Halloween activities.
Yeah, they had Halloween activities there.
Yeah, and so it was fun. I mean, it wasn't just like little piddly things. I mean, we did crafts, we did bobbing for apples,
the bounce
pinatas, cotton candy, a
Yeah.
magician. I mean, they did it up really well. KOA knows how to throw a party.
Yeah, so that was really fun, and so we're thankful to KOA also for that, for allowing us to go out and take some fall color photos for their company.
Yeah.
And that was really awesome.
And we just loved our time in Canada.
Absolutely.
It was too short.
Too
honestly.
short. We've got to come back, guys.
We have to come back to Canada. So somebody out there, give us a reason to come back to Canada.
So we loved it. Canada was amazing. Thank you guys so much. It's time to finish with our Believer Bump.
Believer Bump. Boom! This week's Believer Bump is from Miles and Smiles. What an inspiring story of your friends. That's the Peachies from last week, who said, yes, we can. And we are looking forward to your house concert at Lake Shawnee in Wharton, New Jersey.
Which will be fun, and that was one of the reasons why we wanted to feature them, because this is what we do. And we talked about, back in July, we had said to you guys, we're gonna go see some friends in New Jersey and we're gonna do some stuff there. Well, these are the guys, so we're gonna see them
and
soon.
we're really excited about
Super
meeting up with
excited.
them finally.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of other great things still coming in the month of November.
Totally.
So excited.
And we're also so grateful for you as a subscriber for watching us regularly and sharing our videos, sharing our fear song that we just posted. And so I just wanted to say, if you'd like to be featured on our Believer Bump and you don't know how to do that, all you have to do is leave us a comment below, click that subscribe button, hit the notification, we call it the Believer Bell. It's the little bell right next to the subscribe button. Hit that thing and just let us know how much you love what we're doing, and send us a comment and tell us all about yourself. And we're absolutely grateful to have you part of our community, and hopefully we can inspire you with our journeys as well. Guys, if you don't know much about our music, again, we just posted our new song, Fear, on YouTube, and the way that we help finance these things is through our Patreon page. That's Everyday Family Adventure on Patreon. We'll leave a link below, and we would love it if you would consider being a part of that with us. And there's ways where you can figure out how to do that there. Don't forget to tune in next week as we head over to Boston. We are gonna do some really cool things. We're going on the duck boats.
Woo, duck boats.
Which is gonna be totally cool.
Quack,
So,
quack.
yeah. Guys, remember, we can make the world better.
I believe we can.
Bye.
Bye.